the Formula 1 happened. Last week we had the European Grand Prix, which was the first Grand Prix in Azerbaijan. And interesting race. The circuit is a brand new circuit, a long circuit for Formula 1 by Formula 1 standards, 6 kilometers. Most of it long straights. There's a few twisty bits at the near the end, but basically most of the track is point and squirt. Long fast straights, tight slow corners, which is essentially what the track is like. The Mercedes was supposed to do well. Nico Rosberg got pole position and won it quite without too much hassle. Always led the race all the way through. Lewis had a bad qualifying, despite being fastest in the first practice, second practice, third practice. He messed up with qualifying and ended up 10th, starting 10th, and he finished 5th, which was he could have done better, but there was a little problem with the car that he couldn't fix himself. Interestingly enough, Nico had a very similar problem, but he got it fixed pretty quickly, and he didn't have any problems. But Lewis went for most of the race with without the extra electrical energy for speed. So at the end of the day, it was his fault that he couldn't get it fixed, or partly his fault. But then in qualifying, he made the mistake himself, and which is why he ended up 10th. Interestingly enough, after the qualifying, when the reporters were talking to them, both the Channel 4 reporter and the Sky reporter were asking him about the mistakes he made, suggesting that perhaps it was the way the track was designed, because where he crashed was an odd shape going around the corner, and Lewis said, "No, it's my fault. I made a mistake." And they seemed to push him on this, that as if to suggest that Lewis can't make mistakes, and he just said, "No, he just said, no, it's my fault. I made a mistake." Put his hands up and said, "I was wrong," and put the blame all squarely down on himself, which is one of the reasons I do like him as a driver. But it's something I've noticed throughout his career, that even when he says he's made a mistake, it was his fault, whatever, a lot of his fans refuse to believe that he can make mistakes. So at the end of the day, they're both as good as each other as far as I'm concerned, though I do think Lewis is a bit the better driver when it comes down to straight drive the car on the track. Yes, he does make mistakes, but then so do a lot of other drivers. Anyway, enough about that. Next race is Austria, which is next weekend, and till then,